Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Venice as a Republic. So we have this trade post that we can actually also build holding upgrades in. So we can build a merchant port, which will increase the trade value by +10. That'll just add on to that. We can build a merchant enclave, which will increase the tax income by 1. Right now the base tax is 6, and it's actually making almost 12. So because of the trade zone bonus connected to capital +40, technology, and we're collecting taxes with our steward, it's actually double. So if we built the merchant enclave, it'd give us 2 gold per year at a cost of 148 gold. So it would actually end up costing us, basically pay off in about 75 years, which is good. It also increases the trade zone income itself, so it's a good thing to build. Increasing the garrison, though, would also make it more defensive, but I think we'll just go straight with the trade income. And we're about to finish up our Fortified Vault, which will be worth quite a bit of money. The military warehouse gives a flat bonus of 200 retinue size, which would be pretty nice if we could finish. From technology plus 160%, so it actually probably give us the ability to maybe even make a skirmish retinue. Maybe not quite. Just a little bit shy. Hey, our wound is healed, finally. So now we can start going on hunts. And hopefully not dying. And the goal of the hunt's going to be to flip Slothful to Diligent, and hopefully pick up Ambitious, get rid of Craven. And our Fortified Vault is done, so let's build the next holding that's possible. We need a little bit more money for that. We need a Great Mansion 2. Which also increases your trade income. Increases your trade post limit. We just need lots of money to build it. Nice! Got a son? His name is Bassiano. Sounds good. Might have been better to make this first, actually. Trade post limit +3. Actually, no, it wouldn't have made any difference at all. It would have taken us from base of 1 +3 for the palace, putting us at 4. And then minus 80% rounded up to 1. So it wouldn't do anything, actually. But it'll give us more tax income, which we'll take. Let's take the ambition to have a daughter next, because it could come out a son. So we boost our fertility by 25%. And she wants to have a daughter too, so overall we're getting lots of bonus fertility. Hopefully it just comes out a son, though. Daughters are still useful, because you can get alliances from them, and you sell them to feudal leaders. So like we could sell our daughter to Bavaria and get money for it, which we then use to facilitate trade, which is awesome. Now, we don't actually have any vassals, so changing laws is kind of silly, but we might want to do it just so that when we become the Serendoge, laws are already kind of how we want them to be. Although changing our laws might not actually... Oh, you're voting for limited crown authority? It's fine with me. Yeah, let's go city taxation up to harsh. Just so that when we become the Serendoge, maybe that'll apply. And it's now September, so let's go on a hunt. See if we get lucky. Hopefully we don't die. At least we have a son, so we wouldn't be game over at this point. Master Hunter. Unfortunately, he did not pick up Genius from us, which kind of makes me sad. It was a very brief hunt. Let's go on another. Got some wars going on around us. Looks like you are... Oh my gosh, this guy's in 5 wars. Italy's in 2 of their own, defending against Duke Conrad in Upper Burgundy. The Upper Burgundian War for King Ludwig II's claim on Burgundy. So they're fighting over Burgundy. It seems fine. This guy's being occupied by County of Padoue. This guy is attacking in Count Padua's war for Verona. And he's actually winning this one single county. Did you hire mercenaries or something? I don't know how he got so many troops that he could actually win. It's crazy. Okay, our hunting party has cornered a large bear. Small argument amongst the hunters regarding who should get the kill. I don't want to become Roth, and I want to give up Patient. Because we're Craven, we can take this option. It's going to make other people think we're a coward, but I don't want to get rid of patient, so. And unfortunately, we're done hunting for this year. So perhaps next year we'll flip some of those traits. Now, if we wanted to, we could start some plots to try to, for instance, kill the current Serendoge. The current heir is Jacopo Orsiolo. So it would flip from House Participazio, which is the current guy, to this guy, because he's got slightly more respect. He is the expected successor. It's not guaranteed, though. There's actually, I believe it's either 500 or 1,000 random points that are just randomly thrown out between all of the potential people when the succession happens. So you do want to have a pretty good margin, anywhere from 300 to 500 respect over the next guy if you want to kind of ensure that you win. But he's the expected successor. He's only got him by 50 points, and the campaign fund is hidden. So this guy could actually have quite a bit more than the 2,500 that's listed. You only can see the campaign fund for your own character. It would be really cool if they added something to the game where you could like spy on them and discover their amount of funding. The way it works is every 10 bucks that you contribute will give you an extra 50 respect. So you're basically going around campaigning saying, hey, I'm the best dude. I should totally become the Serendoge. I'm better than everyone else. But we're not going to spend money on it because we're so far away in respect. It's very unlikely we'd win. Not without putting tons of money into it. Our time will come. My wife is pregnant yet again. Hopefully it's a boy. I'd like to have boy, 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 boy. I'd like to actually keep us both with the have a daughter ambition for as long as possible. A wealthy local noble is looking to escape the consequences of several indiscretions on his part against a female member of the di Chiaramonti family. He has offered to pay handsomely for passage on one of your ships to a foreign port where he can hopefully lay low for a few years. Of course, make the arrangements. Some money. Now, our trade post did get upgraded. Let's see how much significant that was. Trade post income, merchant enclave +1. Yeah, it's pretty good. We could upgrade the merchant enclave again for an extra 1.5. I think I'd rather do the Clavelli. You almost always want to upgrade your house, your manor first, because no matter what, you can never lose this. This is always going to be ours. Whereas the trade post is something we could lose. It could just be taken from us in war. Like, for instance, if I wanted to, I could totally declare war on this guy and seize his trade post. It would be our house versus House Chiaramonti. So trade war is going to happen. And I don't know, we'll see. The earth shook, the people screamed, and buildings cracked. A cloud of foul-smelling air swept over the village. Many making torches and fires burned bright green for several hours. It took a couple of days of repairing the cracked buildings and salvaging items from the older houses that had collapsed. Luckily, everyone escaped unharmed. I slowly walked through the city, examining the buildings and noting what remained to be repaired when an excited peasant approached me. Without bothering with formalities, he told me about a giant crack in the ground just outside his farm. He wanted me to come and inspect it and perhaps determine what to do about it. Wow, we've already got the flaming gap. The gates of hell. Of course, show the way, peasant. Let's go look at the gates to hell. The gate of hell. This is really unusual to have this event fire 3 years into the game. The foul smell that had swept over the city the day the earth shook slowly crept up on us, and I retched involuntarily. The wound that had burst open in the farmer's field spewed fire and brimstones, and we stopped, aghast at the sight. The flames and fiery stones threatened the bare ground around the gap. The farmer was lucky his fields lay fallow. It's just a hole in the ground, or I must take a closer look at this. The gate and its tortured souls. It's kind of very curious that we did this, and we are cynical, and we're not very pious. Jacopo Orsiolo has been elected as the new Serendoge. So our old Serendoge must be dead? Oh, it's okay, so it's gone to him. Yes, the previous guy of House Orsiolo. Nope, sorry, he is the old guy. Where is he? Participiazzo or whatever. It's your father who died. A natural death at age 70. So the Serendoge will change quite often unless you have tons of money to put into it to get a young doge elected. The tormented souls of hell, wailings, screams, and cries for help seemed to emit from the burning gap. The farmer grew pale and refused to take one step further. I walked as close to the hellhole as I dared and tried to peek down. Apart from the occasional fiery stone and eyebrow-licking flame, I could see nothing. The wailings and screams seemed to increase until it felt as if my head would explode. I stumbled backward, felt the ground shifting beneath my feet, and would have fallen into the pit if the farmer hadn't grabbed my arm and pulled me away from it. I need this gap closed! Either way, let's try to close it. And let's also reevaluate how our situation's changed. So the current Serendoge is 50. He's stressed. People seem pretty supportive of him, so we can't murder him. The current guy doesn't actually have a trade post. We still have the best one. Participiazzo has this one over here. I would love to attack him now that he is weak. Let's take a look and see if we could actually fight him. So we could totally attack him. The Baron has more troops than the Liege does. We would want to find... Okay, so we show up as like mayors on here. We would want to attack Participazio. This guy has a total levy of 162 troops, and we have 187. Pretty unlikely to be able to siege his manor, which has a garrison of, well, 125. Maybe we could. We could hire mercenaries. Seizing another trade post would be good. Plot to kill Patrician of Tribuno. Let's see if we have any support for it. Not really. I think not then. I gave the wisest men and women of my court 3 days to come up with a solution on how to close this gap that seemed to open this whole way to hell. Within 3 days, they all had thought up different solutions to the problem. The priest will perform an exorcism, or try filling it with stones. Well, since we're cynical, let's just try throwing stones in it. Why not? Rolling stones! Cartload after cartload of rocks and gravel were shoveled into the gap, while the workers desperately tried to stay clear of the flames and fiery stones that seemed to increase in number. The screams of pain from the bottom of the pit affected the workers, and some refused to keep shoveling in the gravel. I had to promise them no one was trapped down there, but did not want anyone to descend into whatever madness the pit was. 90% chance of it might work. It worked! The gap finally closed. No more fiery stones and flames, no more wailing voices from the underground. The gates of hell was filled with stones. So we get filled gates of stones with hells. Sorry, filled gates of hell with stones for 5 years. So we gain 5 martial, 0.5 monthly prestige, and 4 general opinion. Cool. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? I'm a pretty gnarly dude. It's May. We still want to go on our hunt this year. You want to make me spy master? Yeah. There we go. That's what we want. Now we probably have some power. Let's see if we can backstab this fella. Oh yes. Yes we can. There we go. It didn't take long at all. Serendoge Jacopo of Venice is due to tour Venezia in an open carriage to receive the accolades and adulation of the common folk. There's bound to be an escort. But what if a few archers were placed on the Serendoge's path on certain key rooftops? I guess I know just the men for the job because of my high marshal. Hopefully we don't get caught. And we don't want to be too ruthless with our other patricians because if we take over, it's just far too easy. Success. The lone bowman was successful. So now we have House Domenico, also age 50. We're still the spy master for this thing, I believe. So Tribuno, the guy here he's always going to be there. Respect, Participazio is most likely to be the heir. We could kill him. Potentially. A convoy flying the Clavelli standard was ambushed by pirates today. While on their way home, with their holds full of precious cargo, thanks to the quick actions of the crew, they managed to turn the tables on the pirates and capture 2 of their galleys. The prize money will be divided evenly, but the lion's share goes to you. Good news. Cool. Can we actually start the mansion? 445. We're just 15 gold short. Darn. Okay. Yes. You want to make me spy master? Gladly. You silly men. You just don't seem to learn, do you? I have lots of plot power against you. I'm such a intriguing character. Let's not kill this one. It's too easy. And we have a daughter named Anna. Okay, our new ambition will be to become exalted among men. Why not? And from there, I think I will take a small break, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.